What if I told you one of the biggest surprises for home buyers has nothing to do with the price of the house and everything to do with the cost they don't plan for? If you're thinking about buying a home and wondering how much cash do I really need, this video is for you. Hey future homeowners, I'm John Werner with Mortgage and Credit Pro, licensed in Oregon, Washington, and Arizona. Today I'm breaking down closing costs, what they are, why they exist, and what you should realistically expect to pay when you buy a home. Let's start with the big picture. Closing costs are the fees required to finalize your mortgage and legally transfer ownership of the home. These are costs separate from the down payment and usually come due at the very end of the process, right before you get your keys. For most buyers, closing costs typically range from 1.5% to 2% of the purchase price. On a $400,000 home, that usually puts you closing costs somewhere between $6,000 and $8,000. That number can move up or down depending on your loan program, your location, and how the offer is structured, but it's a solid starting estimate. A large portion of the closing costs comes from the loan itself. This includes lender-related charges. One thing that makes a difference when working with us is many of our loan programs have zero lender fees, including no underwriting or processing fees. That alone can save you buyers thousands of dollars. Another common cost is the appraisal. The appraisal protects you and the lender by confirming the home is worth what you're offering on it. It's one of the most important steps in the process and a normal part of nearly every purchase loan. Then you have title and escrow fees. These are not just paperwork costs. They're protection. The title company ensures no one else has a legal claim on the property, and escrow acts as a neutral third party that handles the money and documents so everything proceeds in the right order. This is how buyers and sellers are protected and how closing stays clean. You also hear about prepaid items. These are not really fees. They are money collected up front to set up your escrow account. These often include homeowners insurance, property taxes, and sometimes prepaid interest. These funds are held so your future bills get paid on time. Here's something most buyers don't realize until they're already in the process. Closing costs are not set in stone. Many loan programs allow seller-paid closing costs. That means the seller can help you cover part or all of these expenses as part of the negotiations. I've worked with plenty of buyers who thought they needed both a down payment and full closing costs in cash. Once we structured the offer correctly, the seller covered the closing costs and the buyer only needed to bring in their down payment. That can be a huge relief and a game changer for cash flow. Down payment assistance programs can also help in some cases. Some programs assist with down payments, some of the closing costs, and some do both. This is why it's so important to look at the full picture early and not assume you're on the hook for all the upfront costs. Let me give you a quick real-world example. I worked with a first-time homebuyer couple who were comfortable with their monthly payment, but stressed out about how much cash they needed to close. We reviewed their loan options, negotiated seller concessions, and by the time they closed, their out-of-pocket costs were thousands less than they expected. The deal didn't change, the strategy did. Here's the key takeaways. Closing costs are normal. They're part of buying a home, but they're also manageable when you understand them and plan for them. This is where having the right lender matters. I just don't quote numbers. I help you compare options, structure smart offers, and avoid surprises at the closing table. And if you ever need a strong real estate agent who understands how to negotiate seller-paid closing costs, I can recommend a great one to you when it becomes time. If you're thinking about buying a home and want a clear estimate of your closing costs based on your price range and loan program, reach out to me anytime. No pressure, just clarity. If this video helped you, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more clear home buying guidance, and share it with someone getting ready to buy. I'm John Werner with Mortgage and Credit Pro, and I'll see you in the next video.